What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It's episode number 29. We are back. It is a brand new season, our fourth year at Borussia Park getting underway, just about keeping Champions League football at Borussia Park for this season after our win on the final day. And for the following season, our fourth for the save, our starting budget is going to be 73 million, which again, in modern football, it's not that much. Realistic though, and a challenge, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you'll go into like the third or fourth season, we're of course in the fourth year now, and you get given a budget of like 200 million, and it's like, I'm not gonna say no to it, don't get me wrong, but it just means that when you've got a war chest of that size, you can just get anyone you want, and it kind of blows the realism out the window a little bit. So honestly, I'm fine with this. I don't mind it one bit. Whilst our objectives are definitely going to increase, I'm sure of that. I don't mind. I like the challenge, man, and we'll see what we can do with that budget and this team for the new season. And like I said at the end of last season, definitely, no doubt about it. I mean, that 5-0 drubbing in the DFB Pokal final to Bayern told us the full story. We've got to improve the back line. Centre-back for sure, possibly even a new right-back, because we either use Sardella or Zanotti, who's injured, and maybe a goalkeeper, but definitely defence this year. And as for players, the deals that come at the end of the season, well, we've got a few here, 3 youngsters and 3 of the OGs. I'm going to give the 2 Belgian teenagers new contracts, because they both still have great potential, I believe, and they're already 75 overall, so whether we loan them out or keep them for the squad, they'll come in handy this season and for the future. As for the Dane, though, only 70 overall, not sure how much better he's going to get, so probably just let him go come the end of the season once his contract's up. But for Weigl and for Ngumu and Ankara, well, the latter two I'll probably let go of, so I don't use them much. But for Weigl, I was going to give him a new deal, but he asked to be an important squad player. Mate, you're 31 now, you're the joint oldest player in the team, and you're not a first choice. Sometimes you don't even make the bench, so I'm not going to give him a new contract. Unless he's willing to take a rotation squad role, I'm not going to give him a new contract. So I think all 3 of those OGs are probably going to go in this summer window. And as for new signings, well, I know exactly who I want. I planned to bring him in last season, but unfortunately moved on to Spain before I got the chance to bring him in. But he's been on my shortlist since season 1, and now I'm bringing him back to the Bundesliga. Angelo Stiller moving to Seville to join Real Betis. His stamina is fantastic at 84, and technically as well. Great passing stats, and you might have just missed it there. Alongside 90 vision, this is the perfect DLP. As a left footer, playing alongside the anchorman Florentino, he's the ideal fit for our team. In the prime of his career right now, let's bring him in. I have this rule where when a player I want signs for another team, he's off limits for 12 months. Never mind the same transfer window, he's off limits for that season, and the earliest I can get him is the following year. They say patience is a virtue. I waited patiently, and now I've got him. 46.5 million euros is the transfer fee coming in on a 5-year, 50 grand a week deal. Welcome back to the Bundesliga, and welcome to Borussia Park. An ideal fit for our system. Angelo Stiller. Yeah, he's going to take that number 8 Julian Weigl number, as he's probably going to go. And whilst he doesn't appear to be getting any better, as I often say, if you're new to career mode and you sign a player and see that he's got holds on his attributes and doesn't appear to be growing, don't worry. If he's still in his 20s, if you play him for the full season, give him good game time, and he's in good form as well, he'll kickstart his growth for the following year. So he might still be 84 overall for the whole season, but I guarantee for next season, he'll start improving again. Alongside Florentino as well, the anchor man in this team, this is quite literally the perfect player for our setup. What I think I might do is change Rocco to right back as well. You know, last season he played right back as many times as he did at DM due to the injuries to Zanotti. And Zanotti now 79 overall, still getting better, but slowly. Rocco is more than good enough playing as a right back in this team. That's the advantage of this guy, very versatile. So I think what I'm going to do is change him to right back. That's where he's going to play for us now. And yeah, now we've got Florentino and Stiller, even Stack. Don't forget Stack. He's barely going to play there. But as for Anton Stack, you know, looking for a new centre half, what we could do is convert this guy to CB. He's 85 jumping. He's 6'2". He's got good defensive stats, excellent reactions too. I might actually ask him to play back as the CB now that we've brought in Stiller. It only taken 2 weeks to become a centre half. Yeah, I think it's time for 2 of our defensive midfielders to slide back to our back line. Because if we do that, that means that we'll have Bayo dropping to the bench. I might actually sell Zeno. I'm going to keep Jordan because he's homegrown here, but I might actually sell Zeno because he's not growing anymore, whereas Bayer still is. So if we put Stack at CB, it's not going to see his overall go down. I often say you can tell a player's playing in the right position or a better position based on the plus number next to their name. So for Stack, for example, he's just as good at DM as he is at CB. Yeah, it'd be slightly worse at right back, for example, as the plus would change from 2 to 1. But yeah, we could slide Stack and Rice back into the back line. I like that back four as well. And we'll still have 35 mil to play with. Oh, and as to the board objectives this year as well, they are to finish in the top 4, just like the past 2 years. That's my objective too. I want to be in a title race, but I still don't think we're ready to win it yet. Reached the last 16 in the Cup. Last year got to the final. Yep, definitely our objective. And Champions League last year, not taking the last 16 by Barcelona. This year, reached the quarter final. That's my aim as well. Last 8 or last 4. And you know what would really help this season is if Bayern Munich leave our players alone. Well, 2 of the big boys in England going for one of our young strikers, Andre. That's interesting. No, I didn't think he had much potential. Maybe he does. But then again, if they want it, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a sell-on clause on both of those deals there. And see if he might end up netting us a bit of money in the future. Oh, sell-on clauses for me, I swear, unless they're incredibly low, like 5% or under, which, let's be honest, unless a player goes for an astronomical fee, they don't work. Clubs are insulted when you try and tack one on. They won't even negotiate. They will literally walk out. Arne Slot is infuriated. I tried to put on a standard 15% sell-on clause for a young player. And even for Ruben, if I put 12% on, he's also absolutely disgusted. Guys, 12%? I'm not asking for 80. I mean, seriously. Why is that such an insult? So, quick sale, and Gumu off to Auxerre at contract coming the end of the season. I like him, to be fair, as an OG, but don't think we have much use for him now. I'm still planning on bringing another CAM or winger as well, so fine with that quick sale there. And Stack has now been converted to centre-back as well, so quickly make that position change permanent. I miss when you could just press the triangle button. Why? Like, why have you, what benefit was there to do that, which means I've got to do it this way? It's like, what? But he has actually grown a rating, I think, hasn't he? Or is he still 82? No, still 82, but I think that's the best thing for him now, sliding into our back line alongside Rocco. And yeah, I'd say now, looking at the team, I think all we really need is probably, again, maybe like one backup CAM or winger, and we're going to be totally fine for the season. And I know just a player I want as well. The only question is, will I be able to afford him? Right now at Freiburg, I've had him on my shortlist since season 1. That is the young wizard Merlin Roll, who was with Germany in the under-21 championships. Of course, helped them reach the final as well. He's a good player. I really like him. Very quick, great stamina. You know, that's very handy for us. An excellent ball control and dribbling. Again, to me, whilst he's listed as a CAM, I think on the wing, that's where he might be best. Our contract come the end of the season, let's see if we can just about bring him in. We'll have to give him one of our players in exchange. And to be fair, Weigl going there for his final couple of years might be a good little move. So I could possibly offer them Julian plus maybe £28 million, maybe slightly under the market valuation. But again, he's out of contract coming the end of the season, so let's actually go 26 million. Or maybe 24. I'm going to lowball Freiburg because he's out of contract come the end of the season. So really, I hold more cards than they do. And they're okay with it. I possibly could have got him cheaper than that. And God, okay, fair enough. 24 mil plus 5. To be fair, in this age, that's a good deal. It's always funny when you think you've absolutely fleeced a team with a low ball offer and it gets accepted straight off the bat with no pushback whatsoever. It turns out you didn't do the fleecing, you got fleeced yourself. Yeah, probably overspent a little bit to bring in our new number 7. But honestly, right now, 25 years old, 83 overall, and giving up a player on an expiring contract who was probably going to leave on the cheap anyway, I don't think it's a bad deal. I think both clubs have won this swap deal here, and I'll certainly take this bid. So come in on a 5-year, 50 grand a week deal. Welcome to Borussia Park. Tiny little player, Merlin Roll. And when I say little, I mean that ironically, because he's not. He's 6'4". He's a really tall guy, and he's got excellent stamina plus pace as well. So very smart pickup here with that physicality and the technical as well. And at 25, just like I said earlier, when you look at those attributes on the holds there, you might be concerned. Don't be, because he's still under the age of 30. If he gets a full season of first team football in game time, which he will do here, he'll kickstart his growth for the following year. Our new CAM or new left winger, one of the two, not sure yet, but he'll definitely start in this team. So just agreed to loan 3 of our players out. We got Valentin Krauser going to Heidenheim for a couple of years. That's perfect. We can track his stats there as they're now in the Bundesliga. And same with Kuipers as well, going to Frankfurt too. It's one of the bonuses of loaning your players out to a team that plays in the same division as you are. You can track their stats during the season and see how they're getting on in the league fixtures for that club. And also Van der Laan has gone to Turkey and he's off to Trabzonspor as well. So briefly look at the loan watch right now as well. You can see how the players are currently doing at their teams. Vanna, unfortunately, is barely growing. He's still got another 18 months at Bournemouth, but only up to 79 overall. I really thought we fleeced Bayern last season. Evidently, that wasn't the case. But that Luxembourg goalkeeper as well, one of the players I'm most excited about, up to 76 overall at Hoffenheim and back in a year's time. So maybe, just maybe, he might come back and replace Nicholas next season. He's the one I'm most excited about. So a few more departures. We loaned out 2 more of our youngsters. Wagner, centre-half, gone to Sassuolo for a couple of years. We'll keep our eyes on him there in the Serie A. And Claessens, that's again one of our best academy graduates, off to Lyon for a couple of years. I was planning to give him some game time this season, but really, as we've seen with the loan system, sometimes seeing players jump up their overall. As I often say, I don't have to give too many tips on career mode. I'm not the best player, but I do think that's the best way to improve your youngsters' overalls as quickly as possible. So we loaned him out there to France, and now that we sold Sardella to Portugal as well, becoming our 3rd choice right back for this season. Now we've changed Rocco to a right back, plus the season ticket money coming in. Our budget up to 22 million, so I think even though we made 2 big signings, there's still 1 or 2 more players to come before the end of the window. But before we do that, let's play our first game of the season and probably end on this as well. Leipzig away at the Red Bull Arena. You know, I would say over the past 2 years, knocking Leipzig out of the top 4 back to back, we've probably eclipsed them now as a team on the rise. And the best way to prove that's definitely the case is beating them in their backyard on match day 1 of the season as well. So already a big game to kick the season off, especially psychologically, if we can show we've now got the upper hand on this team. So Leipzig away, our first game of the Bundesliga season. This year again, don't need to win the title, but just need to stay in the top 4 and try and be in a proper title race for the first time in the save. Come on, Mönchengladbach. It's always so cool when you're doing an RTG and at the beginning you take on teams like this, especially away from home, and think, oh, well, we do very well to get a point here. And oh, what a save, Nicholas. And as time goes on, even when you're away from home, you think, I've got to leave with all 3. And that's definitely the case now. Back-to-back years we finished above Leipzig. Last year, of course, only doing it on the final day, but still did it regardless. Now, we've got to prove we are the better team. Some of these Leipzig players as well. I was thinking in the summer I might go for 2. Oh, what a strike that is. Past Nicholas to make it 1. And honestly, maybe we should have done that. You know, they have Miguel Gutierrez at left back. I was thinking possibly to bring him in and then sell Allright. They've got 2 centre-halves, Lukiba and also Gertrudia as well. Marcus Thuram up top. And I probably should have done that, really, to weaken them and strengthen us in the process. Even so, worst possible start here. But long way to go, long way to go. Even their goalkeeper I was considering as well, Karnasechi. Great young shot stopper, as we know. Speaking of shot stopping, Niakate stopped that one brilliantly. And we've got to find a leveler before the break, man. I've not had a good first. Oh, this is terrible. What was I saying earlier? We've eclipsed this team? Based on the pattern of this play, I don't know how on earth anyone could think, this is awful. Turn it round, guys. Come on. How on earth are we ever going to win the Bundesliga? I mean, just not good enough. Just nowhere near good enough. Our team's getting better gradually and gradually. I'm liking the realistic progression, but we are so far off winning a Bundesliga. It's crazy. I think we've got more chance of winning the Champions League than the Bundesliga right now. Because even last year when Bayern had an off-season, we weren't even close. Oh, ref, come on. To win the title. Dortmund won it on the final day, leapfrogging Leverkusen, but Bayern finished 3rd, and we weren't even close to the title, man, seriously. I don't know how we're ever going to do it. Our team is good, and it's getting better, don't get me wrong, but... Oh, Kleinet's heads over. We're still so far off. I've always stuck true to this belief that the sum of all parts is greater than just one individual piece. And I'd like to think that PSG's Champions League win this season kind of epitomised that. You know, for years and years and years, I'm not saying that he was the only star there. Of course he wasn't. It was a star-studded PSG team. But everyone knew Mbappe. That was his team, you know. And in the 1 year when he leaves, well, PSG become the best team in Europe. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They were electrifying last year in the Champions League. But maybe for this team, I need to go the opposite way around. Oh, what a finish, Merlin, on your debut. Because right now, I've improved the team gradually. There's no one star here. Even Kleiners, I wouldn't say is the star, but we just haven't got it. Merlin with a great finish, though, 2-1. 32 minutes, plenty of time here. Come on. Oh, brilliant game. Literally right from kickoff. And even though I've spent big on Angelo Stiller to come in as DM, maybe I should have gone for a proven centre-half instead of transitioning Stack back. I think that might have been the wrong choice. One of those decisions which I think I've probably got wrong there is Charlie's through. Because going forward, we look great. Oh, what a save, Khan, essentially. But at the back, we're so fragile again. Conceded 5 in the DFB Pokal final against Bayern. Conceded 3 in an hour's worth of play here in Leipzig. Defensively, we are just too weak. Oh, great header, and there's no denying that. If we were just half as good as we were at the back as we are going forward, we'd be an elite team. That's our problem, defense. There is still time to make a big move in the window. Maybe sell one of our starters and combine with the money we've already got. Oh, Kleindense of all the players to miss that chance, man. He's missed like 6 months of football with 2 consecutive broken toes, but even so, come on. We could possibly make a big final swing at the end of this summer window. I'd personally rather just trust the process, but I don't know, man. If we ever want to win a Bundesliga title, maybe I've got to do something big. Maybe I've got to blow it up. Maybe I've got to change my philosophy. I don't know. Because whilst pre-game I said we've eclipsed this team, evidently, based on our defence in this game, that's not the case. It's only 1 game out of 34. It's one of the toughest we could have away from home. Not going to panic, but proof right there. We are still so far off a Bundesliga title. It's crazy. But that'll do it for today's episode and the season opener. Big thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you hadn't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more games in the Bundesliga, the draw for the Champions League phase, maybe match day 1, and the rest of the summer window where, again, I might make a big transfer decision to improve our chances of maybe winning our first trophy to say. Have a great day. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.